and you get another chance this day to do better and be better. Another chance to become more of who you were created and what you were created to fulfill.
Everyone in the world is capable of living outside the role or beyond the roles that they place themselves in, no matter what it is. You're not just a dad, you're not just a banker, you're not just a brother or a son or a convict. It doesn't matter. Like, everyone is bigger, much bigger, infinitely bigger than the roles they place themselves in, and is capable of reaching potential greater than anything they could imagine.
You can live the life you desire. It's right there in front of you. But in order to achieve it, you must first see it, then believe it, and then you must graciously ask and train your brain to help you execute your vision.
So when you start to focus and you delete distraction from your life, and you start to get seriously invested in doing one thing staggeringly well, and you practice that one thing over and over, a term to think about is mundanity. You do one simple, seemingly insignificant thing every day around your main skill, and it's very mundane, but small daily improvements over time lead to world-class results. Well, here's what happens in your brain. You start to isolate a single neurocircuit around that skill, and that starts to trigger a certain type of brain cell called an oligodendrocyte, which then releases myelin. Myelin is a fatty tissue that starts to wrap around that single neurocircuit related to that main skill you've been practicing. And when myelin starts to wrap around the brain circuit, what happens is you have accelerated learning times, you can see more quickly, heightened perception, and you'll learn more quickly. And that is really the quote-unquote secret of the great producers. It's not a result of some natural gift, but their daily practice, their relentlessness and their grit, their work ethic, and their singular focus and sacrifice. A great life is built not by revolution. A great life is built by evolution. Small and steady wins the race. What you do every day is far more important than what you do once every decade. I want you to really think about that idea. What you do every day is simply your life in miniature. And as you live every single day, so you're crafting your life. What you do over the next hours is really building your future. And if you can just get every single pocket of 24 hours right as best as we humanly can, the rest of our life is going to take care of itself. So small wins matter.
The scripture says we will eat the fruit of our words. You are planting seeds when you talk. At some point, you're going to eat that fruit. My challenge is make sure you're planting the right kind of seeds. If you want apples, you have to sow apple seeds. If you want oranges, you can't plant cactus seeds, poison ivy seeds, mushroom seeds. You're going to reap fruit from the exact seeds that you've been sowing. In other words, you can't talk negative and expect to live a positive life. You can't talk defeat and expect to have victory. You can't talk lack, not enough, can't afford it, never get ahead, and expect to have abundance. If you have a poor mouth, you're going to have a poor life. If you don't like what you're seeing, start sowing some different seeds. We may not realize it, but we're always feeding ourselves. What we watch, listen to, the people we're around, the thoughts we're dwelling on, that's feeding our inner man. If you go to lunch with people that talk bad about the boss, make fun of a coworker, put down a friend, They're feeding you gossip, feeding you jealousy, feeding you disrespect. Here's the key. Whatever you feed is going to grow. You may not like what they're feeding you. You're a nice person. But if you continue to hang around them, before long, you'll be gossiping. You'll be critical. You'll be disrespectful. Why? Because you kept feeding the wrong things. If you're always feeding negative thoughts, thinking, I'll never get well, I'll never meet the right person, you're feeding doubt, feeding mediocrity, feeding fear.
If you know exactly what you want to be, you need to spend as much time with people that are actually that already. You cannot let a fear of failure, or a fear of comparison, or a fear of judgment stop you from doing what's going to make you great. You cannot succeed without this risk of failure. You cannot have a voice without the risk of criticism. And you cannot love without the risk of loss. You must go out and you must take these risks.
You don't have the time to waste time, because time doesn't wait till you discover your purpose. If you don't know why you was born, time is still moving. And if you discover your purpose at 90 years old, it's too late.
You don't know how young you are. What if you die in 2 years? You're pretty old right now. You got 2 years left. And if you're 50 years old and you're feeling discouraged, well, remember the advice about planting a tree. When's the best time to plant a tree? 20 years ago or today? So if you're 50 and you feel like life left you behind, well, get started right now. Better late than never. Better late than never. Don't think about time and age so much. It gets people distracted. When the whole world's distracted, you be focused.
You have to trust your own voice, your own ideas, your honesty, your vulnerability, and through this you will find your way. You do not have to be fearless. Just don't let fear stop you. Live like this as best you can, and I guarantee you will look back on a life well lived. You are capable of greatness in your profession, and more importantly, in your quality of self. Stay hungry. Stay young at heart. Take those risks. You are going to change the world around you in big ways and in small.
But see, anybody, if you want to, can go searching for a good plan, pick it, and start working it. And sure enough, as the time passes, as it surely will 5 years from now, 10 years from now, then you'll be winding up wearing what you want to wear, driving what you want to drive, living where you want to live, become what you want to become. But now's the time to fix the next 10 years. And who can? Anybody.
You were created to give life and make a difference with your gift somewhere. That's why you came to this place.
You want to improve? You want to get better? You want to get on a workout program or a clean diet? You want to start a business? You want to write a book or make a movie or build a house or a computer or put together some mobile application? Where do you start? You start right here. And when do you start? You start right now. You initiate the action aggressively. You go.
Hey Psych2Goers, here we are with another brand new video. Let's begin. Does motivation feel like your nemesis lately? Is your drive to achieve your goals and objectives weakening as time goes by? Believe it or not, this happens to everyone. You might experience this when feeling stuck and unable to move forward in life. You might still experience this even when you're steadily moving towards your goals. Motivation is affected by a huge number of factors, with each person's motivation depending on different ones. However, there are some common habits that can easily kill your motivation. Before we proceed, please remember this video is for information purposes only and should not be used for any self-diagnosis. With that said, here are 6 habits that are killing your motivation. Number 1, you try to jump straight into your final goal while skipping the process. How often do you envision yourself already reaching your goals and succeeding? Do you skimp on necessary steps in an attempt to fast track? Skipping through the process might make you even more frustrated because you still don't seem to be getting the desired results. And of course, not having a proper foundation for what you want to be is the perfect recipe for failure. You might start feeling as if your goal is completely out of reach and start to lose faith in yourself. Covering the fundamentals sure helps prepare you for the journey ahead. When you have the ground covered, you're equipped with the knowledge of what to expect and when, shaping a roadmap for the journey. Number 2, you desire to be perfect. Are you someone who has always tried to do things perfectly? Why should I do it if it's not gonna be perfect? Or why should I waste my time and effort on something I won't be satisfied with? Are these beginning to sound like the motto of your life? Pursuing perfection can be one of the quickest ways to kill your motivation. Your pursuit of perfection can make you not want to do anything at all. Expecting the first attempt to be perfect and falling short can be demotivating. Starting with a rough draft and improving on it until it reaches a point where you are satisfied will surely move you closer to your goal. Number 3, you compare yourself with others. How easily do you compare yourself with others when doing something? Does the grass seem greener on the other side? Comparing your success with others can sidetrack you and make you lose your motivation. You think about all the steps and effort that you have to make to reach your goals, while others seem to have achieved it with lesser effort. This can foster feelings of discontent and resentment. So you end up focusing on these emotions and losing sight of what truly matters. Treating someone as your mentor because they've succeeded in reaching a goal that you would like to reach is very helpful, as long as you don't lose track of yourself and your own ambitions. After all of your attention should be focused on building your own success. Number 4, you get distracted and procrastinate. How often do you stop what you're doing to scroll through social media? In an era where distractions can be found literally anywhere you look, losing motivation and getting sidetracked has never been easier. You constantly feel like you get distracted and start procrastinating just when it matters the most. This may delay you to a point where moving forward seems impossible to you. Distractions are almost unavoidable, but a break is essential. So it's imperative to figure out when your break is more of a distraction. It will happen from time to time, and even the best of schedules can fail. Sticking to a schedule that is less rigid and has breathing space allows you to remain refreshed and is a great way to keep the distraction cravings in check. Number 5, you don't have a plan. You wanna do something, but you don't know where to start. Do you have a clear goal but have no idea how to reach it? Been there, done that, like all of us, right? Not having a plan to follow can be one of the main things killing your motivation. When all you know is the final result, but not which step to take to get to it, it blurs your vision. But not having a plan does not mean forsaking the goal. Really. Alternatively, it helps to start with small, achievable goals that you think will move you one step closer to your final goal. When you overcome these small hurdles that you set yourself, it will boost your confidence and motivation. And number 6, you neglect your health. How often do you pull all-nighters? How much priority do you put on your health? Not being in a proper health condition can easily kill your motivation. When your body does not have the energy necessary for you to do tasks, how can you then take steps towards your goals and objectives? This can be very demotivating because you feel like you have the right mindset and the right intentions, but your body can't keep up. Prioritizing your health, be it through your diet and your daily routines, will not only help with your motivation, but also improve every single area of your life. Finding the right motivation is a highly relative process. It's normal to run low on it at times. What matters is that you don't let it run dry. These points mentioned aim to show the general direction to consider when you feel you're running low on motivation. These are intended to tick off the appropriate places you should look into. There is no magic spell that works for all. Rather, it's dependent upon how these can be customized to suit your own needs. Do you think we covered all the points? What are some ways you use to refill your motivation levels? Leave a comment down below about your experiences if you'd like. Please feel free to share any thoughts you have as well. If you found this video helpful, be sure to hit the like button and share it with those out there looking to refill their motivation. Don't forget to subscribe to Psych2Go and hit the notification bell for more new videos. And as always, thanks for watching.